Thank you very much to welcome once again to Maths Zone African Motives. Make sure that you are going to listen from the start and to the end of this presentation. Uh, and make sure that you are going to share with those who are interested. And don't forget to hit the subscription button. Today's business, we are going to talk about Business Studies Grade 12 under Corporate Social Investment, CSI. So, without wasting time, let's go to the meaning of corporate social investment. The meaning of corporate social investment. It says it refers to the investment of corporate funds or other assets for the primary purpose of achieving social outcomes. Achieving social outcomes. So when it says it refers to the investment of corporate funds, when we talk of corporate, we are talking about the organization. We are talking about the organization for the primary purpose of the social outcomes. What are the social outcomes? We are talking about the results. Talking about results or changes. We're talking about the results or changes. As we know, the economic issues of the community, wherever we are saying they are poverty, wherever we are talking about poverty. Uh, so now we want to know when the business is now trying to invest its funds or assets for the purpose of achieving these social outcomes, what are the results and changes? This is whereby we are going to say there is going to be a reduction of a poverty. There will be what? A reduction of poverty. That these are the results. The reduction of poverty, poverty, as well as there is going to be what? Improved education. Improved education. So now we are moving on to another point where it says money that business budgets, that is the meaning. We are still under meaning. Money that a business budgets to provide solutions to social problems within the communities from which they throw their workers. Within the communities where they throw their workers or where they make or sell their products or services. So it says money that business budgets to provide solutions to their social problems. What are their social problems? So that's when you're talking about unemployment is one of their social problems as well as poverty, like we have said. So this is how they are going to provide solutions to those social problems. So from within the communities from which they draw their workers, as we know that the organizations employ the employees from the community and where they sell their products and services, as they are selling their products or services to the community. So because there is a support from the community, so they have to invest to that community which is supporting them with the social problems that they are facing. Now we are moving on to another point. Another point which says projects that are not part of we are saying corporate social investment are the projects that are not part of the business activities of a business and are designed and aim to benefit what? To benefit the community. Yes, they are not part of the normal business activities. As business, they have their own core businesses. They have their own core businesses. So they are just doing that to benefit what? To benefit the community. They are just doing that to benefit what? The community by making sure that they are going to improve the, the community. The projects are not directly for purpose of increasing company profits. These projects are not for the purpose of increasing company profits, but they are there to they are therefore improving and attending to social issues of the community. They are there to attend to the social issues of the community. So that is the primary purpose of a corporate social investment. These projects have a strong developmental approach and utilize company resources. They utilize the company resources. So it means they spend their resources. They do the spending of their resources on the community. Also, to do what? To benefit and uplift communities, to improve what? The communities. To improve the community. So these are the meanings. These are the meaning of the corporate social investment. So now we move on to the purpose of corporate social investment. Now we move on to purpose of corporate social investment. So now with this one, we are told that corporate social investment aims at contributing towards sustainable development of its immediate communities. Sustainable development of its immediate sustainable development of its immediate communities. So this means we are talking about the responsible growth, that responsible growth. They are contributing towards sustainable development, meaning there will be a responsible growth or eco-friendly growth, or eco-friendly growth, eco-friendly growth. That's what it means. Also, now we are told that the CSI is enforceable by law and government requires business to make CSI contributions. So it is enforceable by law. It means it is legally binding. It is legally binding. That's what it means. It is legally binding. It is legally binding by law. So we are talking about what? The legislation. When we are talking about law, talking about legislation. And government requires business to make CSI contributions. So it is enforceable by law. It is legally binding that as well that requires business to make what? CSI contributions. Now moving on to another point. The CSI projects play a positive role in the development of communities. CSI projects play a positive role in the development of communities by addressing social need. It does that by addressing social needs. Addressing social needs. It does that by addressing social needs such as poverty or education. Now we are moving on to another point. CSI reveals business attitudes to the community in which it operates. It reveals business attitudes to the community in which it operates. That is what it means. So what does that mean when we are saying CSI reveals business attitudes? It means that it is showcasing its values. It means that it's showcasing its values, showcasing its values, and commitment, and helps to build strong relationship between business and communities. That's what it means. It showcases its values and commitment to help or build strong relationship between business and communities. Also, we are now told that CSI projects are long-term investment. CSI projects are long-term investment. So that is trying to creating the lasting impact. They are trying to create lasting impact. That is a creating lasting impact. So that is that. It creates lasting impact, meaning sustainable. Creating lasting impact, meaning they're going to be sustainable. Now we come to whereby it says it is irrelevant to the South African context where socio-economic upliftment is such a priority. So that's what it means, or that's what we are saying. It is going to try to address challenges and promote social upliftment. That's what this statement means, where it says it is irrelevant to South African context where socio-economic, you know, for sure when you're talking about socio-economic, we're talking about those problems that the community is facing, the community is facing. So this is whereby those are going to be addressed, and then also tribal owners to promote social upliftment. So now we are moving on to corporate social focus area. Corporate social focus area. Corporate social focus area, where now we are going to have what? Where now we are going to have community, rural development, employees as environment and environmental. We know very well when you're talking about community, this is through the initiative like education. This is through initiatives that are going to be taken by corporate social investment through initiative like education, healthcare, as well as the infrastructure, improving of the infrastructure. So another focus of the CSI is rural development. That is whereby now the CSI, they are going to try to invest in the rural areas to address specific challenges. They are going to, this is the investing in rural areas, to address specific challenges. So that is that. Now we come to employees, as they are as well need to be focused by the CSI. So employees, this is where now they're going to be enhanced with skills and their well-being, which is their welfare. So that is enhancing skills and well-being of the employees. Well-being of employees. So CSI is going to focus also on employees, trying to let them to be equipped with necessary skills so that they are going to be competent and they will be able to deliver at workplace. So if they find themselves equipped with necessary skills as well as their well-being taken care of, that's what is needed. The environment, which is the last one, promoting environmentally friendly practices. Promoting environmentally friendly practices. So now we have the examples of corporate social investment projects. donation to support local business. So the large business are to support what? The medium enterprise businesses, so that those which they are as well, even competing with them. So they need to make sure that they let them grow as well by donating to such young businesses. Also, being involved in a conversation projects. So the CSI are going to try by all means to that they are going to be involved in a conversation of the projects, delivering services that government is unable to deliver, and building infrastructures. So where the government is unable to deliver, this is where the organizations, companies now are going to chip in to try by all means that they do help. Investing in job creation. So with the investment that they are going to come up with the projects that they are going to come up with, it means they are going to create what? An employment. So people will be able to access jobs and get incomes. So that is very important. Providing adult basic educations. So they are going to make sure that those people who were unable to read and write and also to communicate effectively, whereby now they will be taught about communication skills. So they are now going to be accommodated, and that will help them a lot. Teaching entrepreneurial skills, where now people are going to become their boss. They are going to start their own enterprises, because now they will be having the skills of how to start a business. So that will as well improve what? The economy of the country. And such people, they are as well going to do what? Create jobs for others. So that's the importance of corporate social investment. Also sponsoring arts and culture programs. Establishing programs to promote early childhood development. So these are the examples of what? Of corporate social investment. Now we are to move on. So as we are moving on, make sure that you clearly get what we are talking about. Now we are going to talk about where it says other example of CSI projects from the scenario. So there is a scenario that is given where it reads as follows. Joy Trading Enterprise is making large profits due to excellent service and quality of products offered to customers. So the management of GTE, which is the Joy Trading Enterprise, has decided to invest some of the business profit in the community. They operate in by doing the following. They buy school uniforms for needy learners, those struggling learners. So they try to help them with uniforms. That is very important. Offer HIV and AIDS prevention programs. So they come up with those programs which are going to help the community to prevent such, because that is a pandemic disease which outbreaks which outbreaks on a large number of people. So it's very important that it can be prevented. So there are programs that are very important that needs to be offered to the community members. So such can be also offered by the business. They also offer food parcels to elevate poverty. So they try by all means to those people who are struggling when you're talking about hunger, and they are going to be at least get some food parcels. Donate money to social events, whereby now we are talking about social events that are going to benefit the community directly. Social events, we talk about networking events, whereby now we are talking about the seminar, the workshops where people are going to meet, celebrations and stuff like that. So they donate money to have social events. They also fund additional lessons. For example, someone wants to study maths as well as what? Science. So those are the examples of corporate social projects from the scenario. So now moving on, we have now identification of example of the CSI projects from the scenario. So these are what we talked about: school uniform, HIV, food parcels, donating money to social events, funding additional lessons. So now we move on to the difference between corporate social responsibility as well as corporate investment, Now we want to know the difference of the two. So now we are told that corporate social responsibility, the intention is to change business practices. Meaning to say, they are there to make sure that they are going to integrate responsible practices to their core business. So they are going to integrate their responsible practices to their core business. That is what they are. They integrate responsible practices to their core business. So they integrate responsible practices to their core business. So that is whereby they are still taking care of the needs of their employees, but they try by all means to integrate that with their core business. While corporate social investment, they actively committing money and resources to uplift the community. They don't think of their core businesses when they come to the community. All they do is that we are committing our resources and money to make sure that we uplift the community, we improve the community. That's what they are. They focus on increasing image. They focus on increasing image and profits. That is long-term sustainability. That is long-term sustainability. So they focus on increasing image and profits. So they know what they are doing when they are investing or giving back to the community. They are trying by all means to increase the image of the business, so that in return there will be the rewards, which are the profits that they are going to get. But with this one, corporate social investment, they focus on the upliftment of the community without a return on investment. They are not interested on the return on investment on the investment that they are making. But with this one, for whatever that they are doing for the community, they are still expecting what? Profits. They try by all means to beat it, to have what? Competitive advantage, so that the customers, they can see that they are trying by all means to improve the community and stuff like that. But they are looking for profits. They ensure that internal corporate social investment policies, practices include stakeholders' interest and environmental issues. While corporate social investment ensure that CSI projects are relevant to the needs of the communities. The projects that they are coming up with, they are going to respond to the needs of the communities. That's how corporate social investment is. It's all about. Often intended as a marketing initiative. This one, they do it to market their business, to make sure that their business is going to grow. So they are trying to attract customers with the social responsibility that they are doing. But with corporate social investment, they intended to benefit and uplift communities through social development. They are not trying to market themselves. Projects are usually linked to the business. The projects that they are coming with are linked to the business. Is the manufacturing business? offering to train the unemployed. So it means, yeah, it is good, it is okay to train unemployment people, but they are doing that so that they are going to employ those people and then work towards their goals or achieve their objectives. But with these ones, projects are what? Are external to the business and have strong development approach. They just want to develop what? The community. So these are the difference between corporate social responsibility and corporate social investment. So this is the end of the presentation. So make sure that you are going to share with those who are concerned. Also, you are going to hit a subscription button. Thank you.